but I will give you some more concept on linear equation, and that is equivalent to a straight line. I already said, of two variables x and y. X and y can be any independent or independent variables that may be a physical quantity and any other things that are correlated. So by I will explain it in the form of two unknown variables x and y, and if 2 points are given, if 2 points on a straight line, and I am writing it as because this could be anything. This could be the linear equation whose two solutions. So 2 points on the straight line, that means the two solutions of the linear equation which represents the straight line is given, then find the straight line, or in turn you can say the equation, the linear equation. Understood what I am saying? I am saying if an equation, linear equation, represent a straight line, so either I could say that 2 points on the straight line is given to find the straight line, or two solutions of that linear equation is given, find the linear equation. So when the second one is said, the two solution of a linear equation is given, find the equation, linear equation. In that case, you can assume that the linear equation is represent a straight line, and you can apply the same concept to find the linear equation. How? Let's say 2 points x1 y1 and x2 y2 is a known point is given. So if I plot it in a xy plane, let's say this is x2 y2 and this is x1 y1. 2 points is given, and could be, and if I join it, you know the 2 points if joined, it will give a straight line. And I am assuming any other variable on that is x and y, any other variable. Okay, is represented by this x and y, this variable. So if I drop the verticals on the x-axis, and if I see that, because this is verticals and this I am taking a horizontal line parallel to the x-axis, which will cut these verticals in some points. So from this figure you can understand this triangle, the whole triangle, and this triangle are similar triangle. So from the similar triangle I can say this is to this, smaller triangle base is to bigger triangle base, is to the smaller triangle vertical to the bigger circle vertical, will be same. This ratio will be same. So if I take this, let's say this is A, B, C, D, E. So I can say, as because these are verticals line and this is also parallel to this, so AD is to AC equal to ED is to BC, from the similarity of triangle AED and ABC. So AD is what? AD is the difference between the this x coordinate of this point, because this will be same, this will be dropped vertically, so the location of this point is equivalent to this point from the 0 reference 0, 0. So this would be x, and minus x1 will give you AD, x minus x1 will AD. Similarly, if I take AC, this is 1, so this will be this minus this, so x2 minus x1. Understood? x2 is this much and x1 is this much. So in between this length I will getting by deducting this from this. Okay. Similarly, if you take the vertical one on the same way, I can write this. See it for yourself. It will be very easy to understand. This is y2, so that means this side is y2. Now if I deduct this one, what is this? This is y1. So this will be y2 minus y1. For this will be y minus y1. So that is taken here. So now what I will get from this is, if I move it like that, I would want to keep y on the one side. This is variable. This is fixed one. So this will give you something y2 minus y1. This is x2 minus x1 into x minus x1 into c. If I cross multiply this, this will come here. So this will be y2 minus y1. So this is in the form of something multiplied by this. Now what is y2 minus y1? If you consider this one, y2 minus y1 is this one. So that means BC is y2 minus y1 and x2 minus x1 is this one, AC. Now what that can be equivalent with, if I take vertical is to base of this is a right angle triangle, this is a 90 degree, as because both are intersecting horizontal and vertical line. This is 90. So if I take this is theta, so tan of theta, I can say that BC by AC, BC vertical. For right angle triangle, you know the tan of any angle is vertical by base, isn't it? So that is tan theta. So that I can write the tan of, if I assume the angle it make with the horizontal, any horizontal line, this, if I extend it, it can be with the x-axis the same, because these are parallel lines. So this also with theta. So tan of theta into x minus x1. In our case, we will represent it as slope. We will say it as a slope x1, and that in linear equation represented by small m. So x1. Understood? So this m is the slope tan theta. So that is equal to y1. So if I further want to represent this equation, if I want to break it further, mx minus mx1. So y is equal. So the equation can be further simplified as, keeping the variable on one side, I'll keep y minus mx1 in bracket. Then I can write it as mx plus a constant c, because this part you can see this is y1, this is constant. Okay, I am writing it as c is equal to this one. So this is in the form mx plus c. Okay, so this I can represent it for any kind of linear equation which is having in a different form. I can bring it in this form also. So yesterday I have shown you, in the last video I have shown you the intercept form. That could be the one of the format of representing your linear equation. This will so give you the means property where you can say that the intercept on x-axis is this much, or intercept on the y-axis is this much. This is the one form where is, as per the requirement, you can write your equation similarly, where somewhere if it is told that you find the slope and intercept on y-axis only. This c is intercept on y-axis. How will you prove that? If I put the intercept on y-axis, how will you find any line, something which is intercept on the y-axis can be found where x is equal to 0, isn't it? If I put x is equal to 0, that will give the, now I put the x is equal to 0 here, it gives y is equal to c. So that means for x is equal to 0, y is equal to c. This is nothing but this point where the line is intersecting with the y-axis. So c is nothing but the intercept on y-axis. In this format, where I will write y by b is equal to 1, that also is the intercept on the y-axis. So this and this will be in equal value. But if you represent in the form of this one, so y will represent your intercept, and m already I have told that is the slope of the angle. So from this equation, two properties of the line can be fetched. That is, one is slope of the line and another the intercept. Okay. So now I will give you one example and show you how to deal with this. Okay. So let's say some two real points is given 2, 0 and 0, 3. Okay. Now you have to find the line. So your task is to go straight where y minus y1 is equal to m you don't know. M how will you find? That is y2 minus y1, y2 minus y1 0, and x2 minus x1 is 2, and here is x minus x1 is equal to 2. So this will be a linear equation, and it will become, this is minus 3 by 2 x minus 2, or more simplifying I will get 6. I have to bring all the variable in one side and all the, so this will be your final equation that will find where 2 points are given on the linear equation, and the line will be something like that. Now this can be further represented as the intercept from, that will be 6 plus, if you simplify this, it will be in the, so these are the intercept on respective axis. And if you want to represent it in the form of slope and intercept, that is equal to minus 3x plus 12. So y is equal to minus 3 by 2x plus 6. So this will be your slope. So slope here, m is equal to, slope is equal to, you can say slope is equal to m 3 by 2, and intercept c is equal to 6. So on the y axis you can see I can get a 0, 6 points. From this equation also, if I been represented in the form of this, x is equal to 4 is equal to 1, here see y by b, that means the intercept, so these values are equal, that also proved. So this is the one example, but we can give it in this part. Now I will take another example on a generalized format. If the line is given in the generalized format, how will I do that? Let's say I have been given 7x plus 3y minus 2 is equal to 0. This is the general format of an equation. This is also represented your linear equation. Now I have to bring it to y is equal to mx plus c form. So definitely I can write it like that, minus 7x plus 2. It is going to the other side of the equation, so sign will change. So 7 by 3x plus 2 by 3. I am dividing all this. So this is in the form of, if I compare this with this generalized format, so here m is equal to minus 7 by 3 and c is equal to 2 by 3. So straightway if I represent in the form, you will get the values. Okay. Now let's say 2 points are given and you have to find the slope directly. There are 2 points, let's say 6, 1 and your something like that 1, 7. 2 points are given, you have to find the slope. So slope, you need not to make the equation, or directly you can use this formula, y2 minus y1 by x2 minus x1, where you will get y2. If you suppose this one is x1, you will just take it as your convenience, as per your convenience. If you see it is x2 y2 is x1 y1, so y2 will be 7. But remember what you have taken, rather you can write it like that. Okay, otherwise you will be confused to put the, if it is reversed, then the value will come wrong. So y2 is this one, y2 minus y1 is 1, x2 is this one. So there I will get 6 upon minus 5, that is equal to minus 6 by 5. So this is your slope. So you need not to make the equation, linear equation, rather you can get it directly. If it is not said, that what is the intercept on the y-axis, so you need to form the, or otherwise if it said also, you remember this, it is y1 minus mx1. This is the intercept on y-axis. So from there you can get the C. So y1 is equal to 1 minus m you already found. So this is minus 6 by 5 and into x is equal to x1 is equal to 6. So from there 1 plus 36 upon 5, that is equal to 36 upon 5, that is 41 by 5. So that, there also you can directly can find, but in this case you have to find first the m without forming the linear equation. So these are the possibilities may come in linear equation. Okay. So going to the next, the topic that has to, he has already covered the slope of the line, length of the line. Yes. How to find the length of a line segment, because why I am saying the segment with line can be a infinite one that can travel to any distant to infinite distance if it is not bounded by some terminal points. So unless and until I say the segment, I will not be able to find the length. So line segment means it is a part of a line segment. Okay, there are two terminals. So line segment, if end points are given, or any 2 points, you can say, it may not be end points, any 2 points, end points, I mean to say that any 2 points on the line given. So your task is to find the distance between the two lines only. So how will you do that? Let me draw it on y and x axis. Let's say this is 2 points, this is x1 y1 and this is x2 y2. Okay, so you have to find the distance. So when I draw these verticals and draw the parallel lines to the x axis, so this will form from a triangle. So this, if it is forming a triangle, this is also a right angle triangle, because this is vertical, this is parallel to y axis, this is, so two horizontal and vertical lines will intersect at each other at 90 degrees, that we know. So this is the hypotenuse of that, and if you use the right angle formula, so definitely if I name it ABC, so AB square is equal to AC square plus CB square or BC square, whatever. So what is the point x2? So this is y2. So this part BC is what? This BC part is total y2 minus this part y2 minus y1, that is equal to BC. And what is AC? This is the total part x1, this coordinate x and minus x1. So AC is x2 minus x1. So your thing will be x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square. Okay. So this is, now it is AB square, this is square of this. So what would be your AB then? AB will be square root of this. So any 2 point is given, will the distance between the segment will be x2 minus x1 whole square y2. So if I use some numerical example, let's say there are 2 points given, which is let's say any point 7, 3 and 2, 9. Okay, so you don't confuse with the sign. Only thing is that you have to follow the means orientation of the point. You should not say once it is x2 minus x1 here and rather it y1 minus y2. That will not give any difference to the means problem to this calculation, but it will be confusion. It will be definitely a mistake for other things to calculate, that slope and all that. So don't please remember always the orientation of the point. If you take it is x2 y2, this is x1 x1, so every time you have to follow the same rule. So x2 minus x1 means 9 minus 3 whole square, and here also y2 minus y1, even if it is smaller than the other one, don't confuse, write it like that only. Okay, because this is square, it will not affect the sum or the value inside, that will be nullified. The signature will be, the sign will be nullified afterward once you calculate it. So this will be 9 minus 3, 6 square 36. This will be 5 square means 25. So all together how much it will come? 1 6 61. So this will be your distance between the, if it is any units being given specifically, you have to write the distance either centimeter or meter, whatever given. Otherwise it is only the unit will write. Okay, so your distance is this one. This will be useful if say I am calculating some real displacement. So this coordinate will help you in kinematics. That will come, because let's say somebody has moved from here to here, and this is the starting point where I can take 0 0, and some distance here in, let's say 7 kilometer. Then after this coordinate becomes 7,3. And when you move some other direction, so the vertical also move, horizontal also move. So this is the distance traversed due to that. And then after from origin you have started gone to A, then B here, then what is the displacement? If somebody has to calculate it, let's say this is 9,0. So what is the displacement in that case? So you cannot take this plus this, rather you have to take the shortest distance between the 2 points. That will be the displacement. So displacement, further they may say that you calculate the speed or some other thing. So once you can calculate displacement correctly, you will find everything correctly, otherwise it will be a mistake. So this can be used for this case also, or some other cases also. So this is your length calculation. Now let's say you have to calculate some area confined between some figure. Let's say the 3 lines of a triangle represents the triangle. So this is line 1, this is line 2, this is line 3. So how will you do that? How will you do how will you find the area of this? So let's say this line, let's say this one is given as 2x plus 3y. I am taking the numeric example because if I take general, that will be a further tougher to understand. So x plus 3 is x plus 2y is equal to 3, and let's say 5x plus y is equal to 9. So if this 3 equations given, so I can see that this all equations having different slope, so they will definitely meet each other. So if these 3 triangles forming a triangle ABC, so what would be the area of this triangle? So what I will do, I can calculate the intersections points between that. If these 2 are a non-parallel line, so that will they will intersect at single point, that may be A1. So I can assume this intersection of this point is A, intersection of this point is B, and that of this one is C. So once I will get the intersection point, let's say x1 y1, I will find some definite value if I solve x and y. So solving this together, I will get one set of x and y value. That would be I am naming it x1 y1, that x2 y2, and the third one is x3 y3. So if I can get this, so definitely I can get the area. If I drop it, so this total area of the triangle, how do I do that? That area, that total area of the triangle can be achieved by this formula. This is also a mensuration formula, trigonometric formula you can say, where S is nothing but the half of perimeter. Okay, S is nothing but the half of perimeter. That means once you will get this 3, so you can get that length of this. If let's say this is A, so A, if this is x3, so this will be x3 minus x1 whole square plus y3 minus y1 whole square. So this will be length A. Let's say this is B, so B will be this between x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square. this is C, so this C I am getting as x3 minus x2 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square. So once you will get ABC, so you will be able to find x, and if you put this value you will get the area. This is the area formula for any triangle where the arm length are known. Okay, so this is this way you can find the area of a triangle, or in any case if it is rectangle also, let's say this, if it is rectangle, then also you can get the intersection points, and from there with the formula of this this and this, because this can also be done with this two triangle means you can divide it in any form, because I don't know it is a rectangle or not, if it may be any kind of figure, so it will be easier if you divide it into two triangle, so all the vertices you know, so you can calculate the individual area of the triangle, then you add up, you'll get this one, or otherwise you have to go the specific way, you have to find the formula for this figure. Okay, it may not be a irregular, maybe a irregular figure. For that case, it will be very difficult to find the area in directly as a polygons. So rather you have to convert it into triangle. It will be easier to calculate. Okay, so you just understand this. Other that will be the other thing will be very easier to understand. Okay, so this is up to this, and let me check with one example. I'm taking three line. This is first line, and this is 3x plus 2y is equal to 2, maybe 5x minus y is equal to 3. Say if I take this three triangle, so I will solve it for that. So if I do that, so y will be is equal to there 2x, y is equal to 1 minus 2x, so 3x plus 2 into y is equal to 1 minus 2x. I am putting in second equation. I am replacing the value of y here, plus 2 minus 4x is equal to 2, that means x is equal to 0 here, and then y is equal to 1 minus 2 is equal to 1. So this is one set of value. Then I am calculating this one. So that will be, if I multiply with 2, that will be 10 minus plus 8, 10, 13x multiplying 2, that means is equal to 6 plus 2, 8. So x is equal to 8, y 13, and y is equal to 5 into 8y 13 minus 3, that is equal to 1 by 13. So this is another set of value, and third I will calculate this. So calculating this directly, it will be 5x is equal to 4, x is equal to 4y5, and y is equal to 1 minus 2x, that means 2 8y5, that is equal to minus 3y5. So this is one set of value. So you can understand. So what would be a, if I suppose now I will write all three sets of value here. 0, 1 is one value, second one is 8, 13, 1, 13, 1 by 13 is another set, and last one is 4 by 5 minus minus 3 by 5. So these are the 3 points I will get. So from there I can get the area, means ABC respectively. Any point I can take A. So square root of this square means 8 by 13 whole square plus 1 minus 1 by 13 minus 12 by 13 whole square, that will give you 13 will come out, 8 square plus 12 square, 4 will come out, 2 square, 3 square, 2 square plus 3 square, that means equal to root 13, 4 root 13 will come there, and B means I will take this, so this will be 4 square root of this minus this, that means equal to 65, 40, 12, 12, 565 whole square plus this minus this 5 plus 39, 44 by 65, 65 whole square. So for 65 will come out, 4 will come out again, 4 3 square plus 11 square, 9 plus 121, 130, 130 265, 130, this will be another one, and C is equal to square root of this and this, that means 4 by 5 whole square, and this and this is equal to 8 by 5, 8 by 5 whole square. So 4 will come out from here, 5 will come out from here, 2 square plus 1 square plus 1 square plus 2 square is equal to root 5. So this will be the 3 length. This is 1, this is 1, this is 1. Now I have to find S. As because this is all in irrational numbers, so it will be difficult to calculate S, but if in case that comes in an integer form, that will be easier to calculate, or it will be very clumsy to calculate. So this kind of problem may not arise in exam, because otherwise if it is exam it comes, so it will kill your time. Rather you have to switch the problem and will try some other, because this will be very time taking problem. Just for example I am taken, but it goes wrong. It is given some irrational numbers, so I will leave it like that, because calculating this is very cumbersome. So if you understand, this will be calculated like that. You have to find S by taking A plus B plus C by 2, and rest of the things as per the formula if you put, you will get definitely the exact value of the area. Now area formula you know, you just don't forget to put the units, whatever units it is given. If length unit is given in centimeters, then your area should be in centimeters square. Don't forget to put, otherwise your answer will be wrong. Or anything if it is not given, you have to write unit square at the end of the calculation, unit square. Okay, whatever with the linear equation, linear unit, that square. Okay, so this is up to now, and the next video I will bring some on quadratic equation or any polynomial equation if possible. Okay, thank you.